Everybody recovered yet from our big new release Wednesday? Whew. Crazy, right? And they're going to give us more stuff next week, and that's something. I always think after a big release week like that, like, oh, maybe they'll wait and not send anything the next Wednesday, or maybe not release anything until the next Friday or something. Oh no, they're pouring it on again next week too. Crazy, crazy. But that's all right. It just gives us plenty of stuff. We'll be mixing and matching current things and things from the past few weeks and past few months for, I guess, probably the next couple of months, I imagine. Meanwhile, we do have 2 breaks tonight. Before we get started ripping into things, we have a little bit of information to go over, so that's what we're going to roll through right now. Feedback 100% automated. That way you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are going to instantly get positive feedback in return. That means you'll get it a whole lot faster than if you were having to wait on me to find time to do it. The second thing there, of course, is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, keeping me company. We are looking now at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to break a lot of stuff tomorrow night, too. It will be Immaculate Collegiate Football by the full case, Immaculate Baseball, a half case of loose boxes from a shared case, a half case of Encased Basketball, loose boxes from a shared case, and another full case of Majestic Football. Sunday night will be an off night. Monday night, we will open another full case of Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. That has, 40 autograph hits, I think, in total in that break. So lots of fun there every time we open that. On Tuesday night, we'll open a half case of our TriStar Autograph Mini Football helmets. Haven't busted into those in a while, so that is the back half of the case, by the way. And then also on Tuesday night, we'll open another 12-box inner case of Certified Football. On Wednesday, we will have 2 new releases. It will be Tribute Baseball, which we'll break by the full case, and Donruss Football, which we're going to break by the half case. And base cards, guys, have their own bidding category in there, so I should probably type that in there. Base cards do not ship. I should have typed that in there before, but, oh, well, I made a typo. Maybe, well, some of it's in caps, some of it's not, whatever. You get the idea. On that Donruss Football, base cards will have its own bidding category. You can refer to the listing description for more specifics. It states very detailed what is included for the teams and what is included if you're buying just the base cards. Tonight we have 2 breaks. Optic Basketball is up first. Certified Football is up second. Both are inner cases. Both are the start of a new case. So in each instance we will choose either the right or the left inner case. I'll probably just use random.org to decide that for us. And I'm projecting Tuesday as your out the door date on both breaks tonight, although I may be able to get it out sooner than that. And you know, if I am able to, I will gladly do so. Consolation cards may come into play here for Contenders Optic. If you are in this break and you happen to get skunked, meaning you don't pull anything at all, not a single card, a base card, nothing, you are still going to get a package in the mail. It will still have cards in it. So basically that's how it works with me. Anytime you're in a break with me and it is a paid shipping break, you are always going to get a package in the mail of cards, okay? So that is all the news to use there. So up first, our 10-box inner case of 2019 Contenders Optic Basketball. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 2nd of August. You've got the team names there on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. New spreadsheet, of course, will go up when we get ready to do Certified. And if you are here for Certified, don't wander off too far. Contenders Optic, even though it is an inner case, it's a pretty quick break as a whole. Now the last little piece of information here that you're gonna, or it's not really, I guess it's information, but the last thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna notice that your background is going out of focus here. And guys, that is by design. That is because I like to look at the cards up nice and close, and if we tweak the focus a little bit, it enables us to do that, because we don't care what's in the background, right? We want to see the cards. So we need to first wander over here to random.org. This is really easy. Both of these cases are the start of a master case. They each have 2 inner cases in them. So I'm just going to type in left and right. And as we always do when we have 9 or fewer items in our list, we're going to randomize 3 times. Wherever it lands on the 3rd time, we'll open that inner case out of each master case tonight. Okay, so we don't care what the first one tells us or the second one. Well, if the second one will go, we do care about the 3rd one. 3 times our date and time stamp, it gives us the right hand side. So in each of our master cases tonight, we are going to open the inner case that is on the right hand side of the master case. All right. So let me get it out here for Contenders Optic first. And when we get to certified, it'll be the same thing. We'll take the one on the right. Well, if I can wiggle it out of here, that is. Okie dokie. All right, so we have Joe is here. Oh, and Alan J and Jay Allen are both here. Haha. I love it when you're both here. It's always like super confusing, kind of, probably, to the people who are trying to keep up with which one I'm answering a question for. But I like it when you're both here. And Joe's here. Hi, Joe. How are you? Jay Allen has the Jazz in basketball and the Colts in football, and Alan J has the Chargers in football. All right, so you guys are all about the football tonight, which will be on before too long. Again, Optic doesn't take too terribly long to get through. Hi, Randy. Randy's here too. Looks like he's got the Patriots in our next break for certified. Oh, Joe, it's your first case break here. Well, welcome. Always glad to have you join our little breaking family here. And you've got some good ones in chat tonight too that'll break you in the right way. They keep me on my. They keep me entertained, and they keep everybody informed. A lot of times there'll be questions that'll come up when I'm not glancing over at chat, you know, if I'm working on looking through some cards or something, and they're really good about jumping in and helping out and answering questions. And sometimes I have questions that they can help me remember things on too. And Jay Allen in particular is really good with helping me remember like stuff that's come out of past breaks and whatnot that overloads my poor little brain. He's very good at remembering it. Randy, I have not seen you in forever. Where have you been, man? How are things? The last I remember, you had, I want to say, a new job, right? And you were traveling more for it, I think. And is that, how is that going? David, hi David. You've got the Rams, the Eagles, and the Seahawks coming up. Excellent. We got lots of certified people here. It doesn't seem like we've got as many people for Optic here maybe yet, anyway. And Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Every time I see Mickey log in, you guys know I always want to sing that song. You remember the song from the 80s about, oh, Mickey, you're so fine, that song? Every time I see Mickey log in, that song goes through my head. Who was that? Katrina and the Wave Riders? Or no, that might not be right. I can't remember who sang that, but anyway, that little medley goes through my head all the time. Barry, I would doubt that KD is a met in this product, but I mean, you never know. I would have to look at the checklist to answer that for you for certain, but I would not expect that it would be. Most of this stuff is produced pretty far out, so I would imagine that it was produced before any of those changes took place, but I couldn't tell you for sure without looking at the checklist. Oh, and the other thing, oh, it was Tony Basil. Good job. Thank you. Yeah. Mickey. And the other thing, Barry, is that sometimes these players will be in here for former teams as well as current teams, so it can really be a mix of stuff. So our red parallels, this is the first one obviously out of here tonight, but those are not numbered. So they are parallels, but they are not numbered. And then we've got a little prism there for the 76ers and just a base prism. Our hit out of this box / pack is for the Nuggets with Jokic. With a nice little hit there. Doesn't, I guess, is that not numbered? Oh, it is. I just lost it. It's over there. It's numbered to 99. So first hit out, Nuggets. And then we have a winning ticket insert prism and a front row seat insert prism. And that was, I'm sorry, Kemba Walker for the Hornets and Scottie Pippen for the Bulls. I always assume everybody's kind of reading on the ones that we look at slow-mo like that, but I should probably say it anyway. Mickey, you need some Pistons? All right, sir. We'll try to do it. Victor Oladipo base. Here is a gold coming out for the Pistons, as a matter of fact, numbered to 10. So little Andre Drummond to 10 getting you started off right tonight. Klay Thompson and the Warriors. And the blue variation is numbered to 99. Legendary contenders is the Lakers. This one is also numbered to 99. We can see it right over there on the side. And it's Rick Fox. So how about that for our autograph out of the next box? So these inserts that are basically cracked ice, but I guess sometimes Panini calls them crystal. Sometimes they call them cracked ice, whichever you want to call it. This one, they're typically not numbered, but that one is for the Mavericks. Behind that, we have still another insert type, and it is a historic Rookie of the Year insert, also unnumbered. So that's kind of how these are going to roll. I think we've probably seen the vast majority of our inserts by now and what they're going to look like. But if we run across another one, we'll go a little slower through it. Amari Spellman is out for the Hawks with an autograph. There's historic MVPs. Ah, Charles Barkley, man. That's cool. For the Suns. And another historic Rookie of the Year. That one was Lillard for the Blazers. Joe, you were asking, have I had dinner with Mom yet? No, not yet. Not yet. Uh-oh, you guys said that it has gone offline. It's not showing offline for me, but I'm reading in there that it says it. So let's see what's happening there. We're going to see. I'm pausing here for a minute. I'm still recording locally, so for those of you who are watching this back later, you're going to find out what's going on. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out, this has got to be a YouTube thing because it's still showing me that I am live streaming. So, I hope everyone's Monday was good. Got your week off to a good start. Oh, man. And hey, oh, that's me trying to determine what is happening with it. So what the heck is happening right now? I'm going back to see if this is some kind of a YouTube error, I assume. But I don't know why, because it's still showing that I'm live. All right, so to me, I never interrupted, but I think it did glitch out. I sat down the stuff as soon as I saw you all say in chat that we had a problem. I did keep recording locally, so there's no lost time if you go back and watch the recorded version when it gets uploaded, but I think we're back. Jay Allen says we're back. Okay, great. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I wanted someone to confirm it before I kept, rolling onward there. So there's Goran Dragic for the Heat, and that was really weird, by the way, because it never showed me not streaming on my side. Like, it showed that I was not having any technical issues, so that was super weird. Actually, I stopped there, Tannen. So I stopped as soon as I saw you guys say that the feed had dropped on your side. But we do always recap the hits for sure at the end. But I did set down exactly when I looked over there, and it said that that it had gone off for you guys. That is numbered to 49 for the Grizzlies. So I don't think you missed anything, in other words, apparently. So, but we definitely will recap the hits. And as I said, I never stopped it recording locally. So everything, if you should desire to go back and see me talking to myself, trying to figure out what's going on at the point when it apparently cut out on your side, you'll be able to see that too. That is to 149. There is a nice little hit for Marvin Bagley and the Sacramento Kings. And then we have an insert for the Nets with Jarrett Allen. And those, again, most of those inserts are not numbered when they look like that. And these look like they should be numbered, but they're not. That's Jalen Rose and the Nuggets, a Class X insert. Let's see, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left. So we have opened 1, 2, 3, 4 then. That was number 4 that just was opened right there that we just went through. So we have 4 done, 6 remaining, including this that we're looking at now. This part of the 6 is my point. Rudy Gobert and the Jazz. There is a red Goran Dragic, unnumbered, for the Heat. We have another legendary contenders that is numbered to 99. And it's another one for the Lakers, believe it or not. And this one is AC Green. An insert for Clint Capella and the Rockets. And then we have a historic Rookie of the Year, Ben Simmons, for the Sixers insert. So yeah, guys, I don't know what that was. If that was some kind of a weird little glitch there or not. So you guys said you missed box 3. Well, again, we're going to recap it. So if you'll just kind of, okay, I tell you what, if it'll just make everybody happier to do it right now, then we'll just do it right now. And then that way we can just move onward and not have to have you guys worried about anything. We'll just get it out of the way right now. There's every single card, base card, insert, and otherwise that we have looked at all the way through. Here are the numbered cards that we have had up to this point. Here are the autograph cards that we have had up to this point. Okay, so now I think everybody should be back on the same page, and we won't have to have anybody worrying about what you might have missed in the meantime. So there was Rockets, that was the Wizards with a red unnumbered. And then we have another legendary contenders here. This is numbered to 99, and it comes out for the Orlando Magic, Jason Williams. And here's a winning ticket for the Lakers with Magic Johnson, and Class X for Giannis and the Bucks. But what I think is interesting about that little, whatever that little glitch was, I think that had to be a YouTube something dropping out. Because usually if it drops out on my side, I'll get an error message. And if I had had an interruption in my cable signal, it would have cut off the live stream on my side, which it never did. So that's super weird. But you never know. That's the downside of some of this technical stuff. Weird stuff happens, and sometimes we don't know what it is or where it comes from. TJ Warren and the Suns, and that is numbered to 49. And then for the Lakers, we've got a little prism there for Brandon Ingram, a signature for the Nets. Somebody was looking for the Nets earlier. So that is Musa coming out for Brooklyn with our autograph. The Celtics have an insert for Kyrie. And we have a lottery ticket insert. First one of those that we've seen out of this in our case. That is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers. So even though it's not numbered, it's not one that comes out as frequently, the lottery ticket, just FYI. Jay Allen, you need the Jazz And David, you think aliens caused it? Well, it could be. You never know. You never know. But again, guys, anybody who has any concerns about it, we recapped it, stopped and recapped it, but also it's all there. I never ever stopped recording locally. So there is no pause, there is no break, there is no interruption, no hiccup. If you want to go back and see it after it uploads, 100% of the break will be there without any little issues at all. This is numbered to 49. Reggie Jackson and the Pistons. Another Piston, the red unnumbered insert on it, is Andre Drummond. A redemption, which we'll set in housekeeping and flip over at the very end. And then the Golden State Warriors with KD. Another lottery ticket. Right as I said, we don't find very many. There comes one that's a variation, a cracked ice variation, Wendell Carter Jr. and the Bulls. But yeah, that's actually the reason that I record these locally, because honestly, I mean, YouTube archives a version of these breaks, so it would always automatically post to YouTube after it was finished anyway. But I always record them locally in case some weirdness happens, so that we have, you know, something with no gap in it. This is Kevin Love and the Cavaliers. It is numbered to 49. And then the Clippers is Montrezl Harrell. The Lakers are having quite a good little break in here. And they hit another one to 99 with Mo Wagner. So the Lakers have been kind of cleaning up a little bit. Your Nets autograph, I believe, was just a base autograph. I don't recall seeing or reading off a number for it, so I think it's just a base auto, but we will, of course, recap it again at the end. Kevin Durant and the Warriors, and a Class Act Kevin Durant Supersonics. So guys and gals, for those of you who don't know, the former Seattle Supersonics are the current Oklahoma City Thunder. So cards always stay with their franchise, meaning the Kevin Durant that is a Seattle Seahawk, or Supersonic, I'm thinking football, Seattle Supersonic, will go to the Thunder, because that is the current name of that franchise. All right. So Kawhi Leonard for the Raptors. There is Joe Harris for the Brooklyn Nets. A red version of Kristaps for the Mavericks. I see a Piston on the horizon here. And our Pistons autograph is numbered to 99. It is Bruce Brown on the blue variation. And then we have a winning ticket insert here for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, and a front row seat insert for Kevin Durant and the Warriors. So we've got KD in there as a Warrior, and we found KD in there as a Thunder. I think it's pretty safe to say he's probably not in here for the Nets. My guess is this was printed probably well before all of that happened. They print this stuff several months out usually. All right, our redemption. Oh, look at that, man. As if the Lakers weren't already smoking it. You got a Kobe autograph. Veteran ticket red. Dang, Lakers. You know what we're going to do now? Oh, yeah. We're going to roll over here to the Panini website. See, I had it set up because I know we always find redemptions, don't we? And we're going to look this up and find out what it's going to be numbered to. And, of course, also verify that it's Lakers, although we know it is. Veteran ticket red. Card number 6 is your man, Kobe Bryant. It's going to be numbered to 49 for the Lakers. So a nice low number there for a Kobe autograph anyway. So Lakers absolutely owned that 10-box enter, didn't they? More so than one would have expected, I guess. All right. right. So, King Snipe, you said to 149. I believe it was to straight up 49. I mean, I can put it up there again. We can look at it again, but I believe it just says 49, not 149. Yeah, just straight 49 on that one. So, no one in front of it. It's a happy day redemption there. All right, so let's recap this. Here are our numbered cards that don't have autographs attached to them. So for the Cavaliers to 49, that was Kevin Love. Here's Reggie Jackson for the Pistons. That one is also to 49. For the Phoenix Suns, it is TJ Warren, and you got it. It's numbered to 49. But here's a gold one for the Pistons. That is Andre Drummond to 10. We have a blue Klay Thompson for the Warriors to 99. And then we have another to 49 with Avery Bradley and the Grizzlies. So those are all of our numbered cards that don't have autographs. Now let's look at our autographs. A Kobe Bryant redemption for the Lakers. Going to be numbered to 49. And then we have Bruce Brown out for the Detroit Pistons. And Bruce on the blue variation is numbered to 99. The Lakers, you're going to hear us say that a lot more tonight. Mo Wagner to 99. And here comes that Musa for the Nets. I don't think that's going to be numbered, but we'll double check it. Yep, no number on that one, just a base autograph on it. Still better than not hitting, though, right? That's the way I look at it anyway. Jason Williams, legendary contenders to 99 for the Magic. And then the Nuggets got a nice hit here with Jokic. I had forgotten about that one already. And it is also to 99. Another Laker, Rick Fox, legendary contenders to 99. The Atlanta Hawks with Amari Spellman, base autograph, no number. That handsome card is a nice on-card, hard-signed autograph for Marvin Bagley and the Kings. It is numbered to 149, and that's a nice little hit for the Kings. And last but not least, the Lakers hit again with AC Green, another legendary contenders, and also numbered to 99. All right, so that is our inner case of contenders, optic, and honestly, I don't know if we have the other inner case scheduled already. Maybe, but if not, we'll get it scheduled soon, probably. Randy says, you're ready for a Patriots autograph? Well, let's try to find you one. Tannen, oh, that was your Marvin Bagley. Awesome, man. Yeah, you've been skunking with them? Well, hopefully that'll help make it up a little bit, right? Always makes everything better when you get a hit. Listen, I'm on both sides of the break, all right? I break with other people, like, as a participant, and yeah, it's no fun when you skunk. I sat on that side plenty of times with a big, ugly zero headed my way. All right, if you missed this earlier, here is what you need to know. So, expecting all this stuff to get out the door on the way to you approximately Tuesday. If I can get it sorted and sent sooner than Tuesday, I will happily do so. If you got skunked in Contenders Optic and you did not pull a single card of any sort for your team, you are still going to get a package in the mail. It will have a consolation card or cards in it. Anytime you do a paid shipping break with me, you're always going to get cards. If you don't pull anything, you're still going to get some sort of cards headed your way. In certified football, I think all the teams should pull something, so I don't really think we have to worry about it there. Speaking of certified football, that's what's rolling up next. It is a 12-box inner case of 2019 certified football. This is break number 3. Of course, it also ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 2nd of August. Team names once again on the left-hand side. Your eBay user ID is across from your team on the opposite side. And we already did random at the start of the night, which determined for us that we're going to take the inner box on the right-hand side of this master case. So give me a hot second to get that extracted, and then we'll get rolling. these are this is like a gigantic box that these come in, because it really is just 2 regular size cases in a bigger box. They just like to make us have to buy 2 cases at once. Yeah, I think that's their ulterior motive. It's like, yeah, just put a couple of them in one big box and yeah, call it a master case, and then they have to buy more. All right, let me get the other half of this set out of the way, and then we'll be ready to go. Yeah, somebody at Panini with the master plan, the grand plan, sits around and does that. That's the same person. Which one is the one that likes to inflict pain? Is that a sadist or is it the masochist? A sadist maybe that inflicts pain? Yeah. So it's the same person, sadist if that's the right one of the two, that decided that products like Donruss, base flagship Donruss should come in like 18 box cases, and that Hoops basketball should come in 24 box cases and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, it's the same evil genius who does this and says, yeah, let's put them in. Let's put a bunch of cases in one box. But that's all right. We work our way through it. That's the important part. Okie dokie. Let me get some other size sleeves out on the table here and see what we can find in here as soon as I get us set up. Joe, you need the browns in here. All right. And you need your Easton stick to come out for you, Alan J. All right. And Jay Allen, you need a huge hit for the Colts to save your night. And you have a feeling, Now listen, guys, when Jay Allen has a feeling, sometimes he's spectacularly right and pulls some awesome stuff. And like everything else, sometimes he's not on target, and we've all had days like that too. But he's feeling Peyton Manning tonight. So, let's see if we can make that happen, because that would be a really nice hit. Mike, you need some Tampa Bay Buccaneers for your personal collection. All right. Randy, is Jim Irsay in here for real? He's the owner of the Colts. He's an interesting sort of fellow. Does he really have an autograph in here? Or are you just kidding? Okay, Jay Allen says it is the sadist that likes to inflict pain. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% sure. So yeah, it's the people at Panini that I was trying to call a sadist then. Yeah. Joe says that's the same guy that puts the redemptions in there. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I do not disagree with you on that. Magic Man Keith says he bought into this for the Colts in a different break earlier tonight and got skunked. Oh no, Magic Man. That doesn't sound like fun. Well, let's hope nobody gets totally shut out here tonight. Well, I mean, everybody's going to pull base cards and stuff like that, but it would be nice if we could find some hits for everyone. So each box has got 2 autograph cards, 2 memorabilia cards. They always say on average, I'm sure you're familiar with that little fun adage that comes from Panini. That's because sometimes our hits get replaced by a rewards point card. If that happens, rewards point card will be given out at the end of the break using random.org. TJ Hawkinson, our first hit for the Lions with a new generation relic there. Record breakers, so this is our first box. We'll go a little slower through things. We'll find lots of these inserts. They're generally speaking not going to be numbered. We'll find loads of these. I do usually flip them over to check front and back to make sure that there is not a card stuck to it. So you will notice that most of the time when I run across those, that is what I do. Flip them real quickly. Gold Team, that one for the Giants with Tiki Barber. We'll find loads of those. Again, typically not anything that is numbered. If that changes, we'll let you know. And a red. Our reds are numbered. This one is for the Rams. It's Taylor Rapp, and the red parallels are to 99 typically. Raise the banner. Find lots of those. Occasionally one of those might be numbered. If they are, they're numbered on the front, so it's easy to see. And if we run across one, I will for sure flag it as we go along. And then we have Drew Lock. And Drew is numbered to 25. So if you like your rookie quarterback, if you've got the Broncos and you're all in on your rookie QB, that's a nice hit. Good looking relic, 3 colors, large relic, and numbered to 25. Diamonds, find lots of them. Generally speaking, probably not numbered. If it differs, I will let you know. That was Kittle for the 49ers. Another raise the banner. And looks like we've got an old school autograph about to come out here for the boys with Mel Renfro going to be on the other side of this bad boy. And Mel here is numbered to 99 for the Cowboys. All right, so Packers, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is by default going to be our second relic because we've already seen both of our autographs. And that is to 299 for the pack. Numbered to 450, that's the Bears and Mitch Trubisky. Generally speaking, on the ones that are very high numbered like that, 450, etc., I'm mostly not going to call out those numbers because they're really high numbered. Usually just the lower ones. It's to 299 Immortals for the Cowboys. And there you go. That's box 1. So basically, that's how most of these are going to be constructed. Those are the types of inserts you're going to see. We've gotten an idea of what's numbered and what isn't. And from there, we'll go a little quicker through the remaining boxes since we've got a feel for what's happening. Well, Magic Man, we did not find you a Peyton Manning as a Bronco, but hey, man, you gotta love the Drew Lock, right? Because, I mean, let's face it, even if you don't like Drew Lock, you could sell that and make some money right now. So, you know, there's that. If you're not feeling the love for your rookie and don't want to keep it yourself, you do have the option to make a little coin on that one. Yeah, guys, I agree with you. I like the old school stuff too. So seeing the Mel Renfro come out was pretty cool. You know, I'm noticing several of these as the packs come out. You can see a little glint that is telling me the upper left-hand corner on several of these cards as they come out must have some minor imperfection on it, because you can see it as the light hits it that it is coming out imperfect on some of these corners right out of the pack. So far it seems to be mostly impacting the upper left on a handful of cards that went through there, but just as an FYI, you may have noticed it too. But you need a Patriot. All right, let's try and find you a Patriot. Meanwhile, we found something for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Benny Snell Jr. with a new generation jersey and numbered to 299. That one is. Our orange ones, this is our first orange that we've seen. So when we find those, they are numbered to 199. So the red to 99, the orange to 199. Minka Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins. Well, if I could see where the opening was, that would have been helpful. It is numbered to 200 and 200 straight up for Minka. I started to say 299, then I saw it again as I was getting ready to set it down. 200 straight up, no 99 after that. Another orange to 199. That is Chris Godwin and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Raise the banner insert, a gold team insert. And the Cowboys hit again. Boy, the Cowboys are doing all right so far tonight. This is Tony Pollard. It is numbered to 499. 2-color relic and autograph. Paired up on that one. And this is our first teal that's coming out. And the teal are numbered to 35, if memory serves. We're going to pick it up and take a look, but I believe that's right. Yeah, it's a 35 on that one. That is for the 49ers with Jimmy G. Ryan, you need some Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. All right, we'll throw that in there into the mix as well. Let's see if the Mojo can deliver some of these requests for you guys tonight, hopefully. We'll do our best anyway to get them to materialize. We'll try to speak it into existence, as LeVar Ball would say. Here is Dexter Williams for the Green Bay Packers, and that is numbered 250. And last but not least, to raise the banner for the Steelers. A little love for the Berg. So I have beyond, obviously what we're doing tonight is half a case. I think we've already got the other 12 box, half of this scheduled, already up on eBay, I think. Then after that, I have another, I think another master case. Maybe a little more than, but I'm pretty sure there's at least another master case. And we might, the next time, just break it by the master case, if I feel so inclined as to want to take forever to sort it. But I may do that. So keep an eye on that, you know, on the quantity, because sometimes I do switch that up and go from inners to masters or vice versa. So always make sure and double check the quantity. You said LeVar Ball needs to speak himself out of existence. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Jay Allen, I think I have, I don't have as much Contenders Optic, so I don't know if we're going to do any of those by a master or if we're going to keep those all at 10-box inners. I'm undecided on that because I don't have as much of that as I would have preferred. This is Immortals. That is numbered to 399. You know, they're always so stingy with the stuff that's in the highest demand. They tend to want to give you less. It's to $199. You know how it works. They keep a big chunk of it, and then they sell it back to you later for a much higher price. So, yeah, if it's really in demand, they'll always give you less in pre-sale and just say, oh, you didn't spend enough to get any more. And you're like, wait, what? I spent like $500,000 with you last year. They're like, yeah, sorry, that's only good enough for one case. Oh, okay. But it's good enough for like 12 cases of, you know, Donruss flagship. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers with a new generation jersey. But, you know, it's just the way it goes. Everybody's always trying to get what they can, I guess. To $199, that was another Godwin orange parallel. Here comes Marcus Mariota, Tennessee Titans relic to $299. And Travis Homer, there's one we don't pull too often, for the Seahawks. So Travis Homer autograph is numbered to 149. So I guess we should pull it more than we do, right? If there's 149 of them, you'd think I would see it more often, but I really don't remember seeing it that much. So this is the first purple that we've seen tonight. Those are numbered to 50. This particular one is Dillon Mitchell to 50 for the Vikings. And find my way. We haven't had any Ravens autographs or relics. I wouldn't swear to whether or not we've had any that are numbered, honestly. But we've had no autographs or relics yet for your Ravens. Ryan, I just now saw what you wrote a minute ago, that LeBron managed to speak LeVar Ball out of existence for a little while. Yeah, exactly. Miles Sanders and the Eagles, numbered to 299. Relic and autograph. And that box is in the books. Jay Allen says, yeah, you're not surprised that there's less to go around because there's a bunch of fly-by-night breakers out there. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. There are certainly a lot of people that do breaks, and I definitely know some good breakers, some really good breakers, and I have also heard some horror stories from you guys about all kinds of crazy things. I think the worst one I've ever heard, I mean, I've heard all, well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say it's the worst one, but one of the more, well, definitely tips on the scale towards the worst is the guy who is apparently on drugs and passed out during the live stream and like stayed passed out with the live stream going apparently for a few hours, and then woke back up and said F it and just cut the stream, and that was it. That's one of the worst. I mean, I didn't experience that personally, but some of you who break here often did, and a couple of people actually had either been in that break or had seen it and or heard about it, and I was like, oh, that's one of the worst ones. Then there was the guy who apparently, this is again, you know, secondhand. I didn't personally experience this, but apparently there's also a guy who, ooh, this is numbered. That is numbered to 25. It's our only numbered gold team so far. It's for the Chargers, Melvin Gordon. So there apparently was a guy who, if he pulled a card with more than one team on it, instead of using random or figuring out a way to divvy it up amongst the teams, apparently he would just sell the card and then like somehow, I don't know, split the money or something after he sold it. I never got the whole deal on that one. Panthers and Will Greer to 299. And then, of course, there's always the people who, you know, you hear about that just don't send you your stuff, or they send you the wrong stuff and then tell you, too bad. You know, I mean, I don't know. A lot of crazy stuff happens. This is Bryce Love for the Redskins to 399. But I guess it's like anything else, right? I mean, in anything we do and anywhere we go, there's always going to be examples of good people and examples of not as good people. And, you know, bound to run across some of them sometimes. Numbered to 25, that's Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. Mike, you're asking if there were any Bengals. I don't think so in terms of autographs or relics. Numbered cards, again, guys, I don't do a good job of keeping track of that. I could not swear to that. Calvin Ridley to 99 for the Falcons. But I don't think we've seen any relic or autograph yet for the Bengals that I can recall anyway. Ronald Jones, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is numbered to 299. Alan J., you broke with a guy that farts on your cards. So, all right. I have to ask you, does that mean like he does it on camera and then so you hear it and so you know it's happening? Or you're saying when you get your cards, they smell like that's happened? That one's too good to pass up. I kind of just have to know which one of those things it is. I I'm seriously very curious about that right now. Marcus Davenport and the Saints. That is numbered to 149. And somebody, oh, Ryan, you said he farts and burps while he's breaking. I mean, every once in a while you have something you can't control, you know, a sneeze or I guess other bodily functions like burping and farting. Zach Allen to 199 for the Cardinals. But I would sure hope it wouldn't be on a regular basis, you know? One would hope, anyway. And, I mean, you know, for sure, I've seen breakers. One guy, you know, would throw cards across the room. I guess they were base cards, but you couldn't see them. He didn't show them to the camera. He would just be looking through things, and just all of a sudden, he would just toss some, just throw them across the room. So they might have been inserts, or they could have been the advertising cards, or they could have been base cards. I don't know what they were. But he just, ever so often, just whoosh, one would go flying. That is just crazy. Oh, he does it on camera, and he's not ashamed of it. Oh, man. That's hilarious. And he does it on a regular basis. Oh, it sounds like he just, like, loads up on some kind of gas-producing food or beverage right before he breaks, just what, so he can have fun, maybe? He's just like, yeah, I gotta make sure I'm at full power before I do the break tonight. Let's eat these beans. Oh, that is hilarious, guys. That makes me laugh. Yeah, I haven't come across that one yet, so have fun with that. So Larry Fitzgerald there to 450 again. I'm typically not reading off the ones that are the high numbers. I mean, you can see it when it goes by, but mostly don't read those off. Khalil Mack to 199 for the Chicago Bears. Anthony Johnson to 149. And Anthony is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Another Will Greer New Generation. Pretty sure we saw one of these already. And now we're about to see another one. So you got a bookend of Will Greer if you have the Panthers tonight. To 199, that is Jalen Jelks for the Cowboys. And to 50, a Bengal. A Bengal in the blue parallel, Jonah Williams to 50. Here comes Devontae Adams. Let's go ahead and look what's behind him because there was only one more behind him in my hand. Devontae Adams in the Green Bay Packers. That jersey is numbered to 299. You said he's, oh man, you said he's super racist and he makes off-color jokes about the athletes? Holy cow. Wow, well, he sounds really interesting. Sounds really interesting, that whole scenario. Bryce Love and the Redskins. Now, we've seen Bryce Love come out before, but this one is, I believe, a little bit nicer relic. It is numbered to 99. Trio of colors there. Good looking, evenly balanced relic. To 399 Immortals. And an unnumbered gold team that went by. But you know what? I mean, he obviously must have, you know, if he breaks all the time, I'm sure he's got people who break with him all the time. So I guess there's plenty of people that don't care if he does all of those things, would sound like. Oh, he's on YouTube? Okay. Well, I might have to go check some of those out then. That would be interesting. Alan J says, Roll Tide, an Alabama fan. Well, listen, I graduated from UK, so I'm all about the SEC. And I'm fine with your Alabama team doing fine as long as it's not beating up on my UK team. So, team before conference, but then once my team is out, then I always want somebody from the conference to win in whatever sport it is. Because that's how, honestly, that's how my dad drilled into us when we were kids. He's like, no, if your team's out, they can be your rivals all year long, but when it gets to the tournament, if we're out and we have a conference team that has a chance, you got to support the conference. So that's been instilled in me from an early age. So yeah. Still 199 Greedy Williams and the Browns. Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that is numbered to 299. And it is hard sometimes, too, I have to tell you, because some division rivals, they're such big-time rivals that it's like really hard to cheer for them when your team goes out and they're still in. But I do my best to follow Todd Gurley to 50 for the Rams, but it can be tough. Roquan Smith. It's a nice little hit for the Chicago Bears, and numbered to 75. Last year's rookie Roquan Smith. And that's another high-numbered one. Of course, all the rookies in here, rookie base, are high-numbered. Man, Redskins are kind of crushing this break tonight. This is Terry McLaurin. That's to 299. That's a really nice-looking relic as well. Redskins have hit several in here already, and we're just almost at the halfway point. Not even quite there yet. After we finish this that's in my hand, we'll be at the halfway point. There is another red one. That is to 99 Immortals, James Harrison for the Steelers. I still have mixed emotions about him. Kind of that he went to the Patriots, but not as much about that he went to the Patriots as about all the stuff he was running his mouth and saying about the team after the fact. But anyway. DK Metcalf for the Seahawks with a new generation jersey. So that puts us right now at our halfway point. So we have opened 6. We have 6 left to go. I'm rearranging a few things here on the sorting side of the table to give us some more room to stack a few little things as we find them. And then let's roll on. Ryan's asking, do I not have any love for the ACC? Oh, no, man. I'm all about the SEC, baby. No. Got to be the SEC. Now, I may enjoy watching certain teams from the ACC compete in certain sports, but when it all comes down to it, the nitty-gritty, it's got to be the SEC, baby. Jay Allen says you can never pull for a rival, ever. Really? Even when it's like conference? When they're in your conference? So if it were, say, for instance, I don't know who, your team would be, but let's say you were also in the SEC and your team was out and it's SEC versus ACC for the championship. You would, your main rival in the SEC was the representative of your conference. You would pull for the ACC team instead of your own conference? For real? Huh. Well, how about that? I guess, probably a lot of people are that way, actually. Again, that's the way we were raised. For real, the way we were raised. That's just one thing my dad instilled in me. So I just always kind of thought everybody was that way, but I guess not, apparently. But Mike says that's how it is at your house. But you're a Bucks fan. Your wife is a Panthers fan. So when the Bucks are done, you support the Panthers. Well, yeah. That makes sense. But if they play each other, then it's like blood sport at your house, right? Does it come to blows at halftime? Justice Hill, New Generation Ravens to 149. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You know, I've got friends who are Ravens fans, and boy, like the years that the Ravens beat the Steelers, oh, it is horrible, man. You just get beat down. But then when the Steelers win, you get to give it all back. So that is numbered to 60. It is Billy Joe Dupree. Yeah, so yeah, that's one of the ones that's tough for me. Like the year that the Ravens won the Super Bowl, and of course my Steelers were out. But oh, see, that was one. That's an in-conference one that's like, oh, that one's a hard one. This is Keyshawn Johnson to 35, Arizona Cardinals. Some of those division rivals, it's the bad blood is deep, man. Will Grier for the Panthers again. We have seen a lot of Will Grier tonight, but this one has some ink with it. It is numbered to 199. Randy, you're still looking for some Patriots. I know, man, I know. We got to find you some, don't we? We've got to find you a good Patriot hit in here. It's to 199, Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. Another one to 199, that is Julian Love for the Giants. A bingo, Ryan Finley. And that is New Generation. You want to see an orange? What do you want to see? What did you say? Oh, Ryan's laughing at me. He says the SEC fans are funny about the conference stuff. I guess, man, but that's all right. That's all right. I'll take it. I'll stick with my conference and just roll on for better or for worse. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Gotta stick with the brotherhood. I'm brainwashed or whatever, I guess. All right, we are still rolling along here. We have opened at 7. We have 5 left to go, including the one, this is one of the 5 that's coming out of the wrappers right now. Sometimes I say 5 and people will think it means 5 more besides what's coming out of the wrappers. So I'm just trying to eliminate any confusion. Oh, Jay Allen, I just saw back up in the thread, you said in South Carolina, you would pull for Iraq to win over Clemson or South Carolina. Oh, that is hardcore, man. That is hardcore. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, well. Here is another Panther, Brian Burns. And Brian is numbered to 149. That is numbered to 99. It is Travis Homer, Seattle Seahawks. The Bears, Riley Ridley. What's the word on Riley Ridley? That's to 299. I mean, I know he's Calvin's little brother, etc. By what's the word on him? I mean, what are we hearing out of training camp and such about him? I haven't really heard anything, but I'm sure those of you who follow the Bears probably have gotten some indication of what he's looking like. Minka Fitzpatrick for the Dolphins. That is numbered to 199. Oh, Magic Man, listen, you should have been in the break we did of Majestic on Wednesday night. You're looking for Philip Lindsay. What do we pull out there, Jay Allen? Four, I think? Maybe five. 4 or 5. Philip Lindsay autographs came out of one case of Majestic. It was stupid how many were in there. It's to 199 Jimmy G and the 49ers. So, I don't know. We may have already hit our quota of Philip Lindsay this week. But you never know. I mean, he could show up again, but he was everywhere in that case of Majestic. Hakeem Butler and the Arizona Cardinals. I could not believe how often he was in that case. I mean, you would think hitting him once in the case would be good. Twice would be, like, really good. 3 times would be improbable. And 4 times, well, that was just over the edge, man. Most of them hard signed, too. Oh, Joe, that's right. Joe, you were there, too. 4. It's 4. Okay. Yeah. See? Like I knew. So many. Because that's not a lot of cards in a case of Majestic, relatively speaking. So percentage-wise, that was a big percentage of the case. That was all, not just Broncos, but Philip Lindsay specifically. I know. Unreal. Well, Alan J. is talking about when Nick Saban retires, they think that you think Dabo Swinney won't turn down Bama money. I don't know if Nick Saban's ever going to retire. I feel like the guy's just going to fossilize right there on the field. I mean, you're just going to look out there one day and he's going to have turned to stone, just... still out there coaching. I don't know. I don't think the man's ever going to retire. Of course, I guess why would he? He keeps having good success on the field and making a zillion trillion dollars, and he's, I guess, pretty much akin to a hero in the Alabama area. Now, you know, here in Kentucky, we might view it a little differently, but I'm just saying. A redemption. Going to set up there in housekeeping. We will flip it over at the end of the break. Find out who's on the other side. Todd Gurley for the Rams. I don't really know why that's facing backwards, but it is. It's numbered to 450, so it's fairly high numbered. But anyway, for whatever reason, it was flipped around there. And so is this one. How strange. This is Immortals to 399. Zach Thomas. Maybe all of our numbered stuff's going to be flipped around in this pack? Apparently. To 25, a Diamonds insert. This is Patrick Peterson for the Arizona Cardinals with a low number parallel. Meanwhile, the boys have another hit. Tony Pollard, New Generation Relic for the Cowboys. Really, Jay Allen, you said Dabo has a clause in his contract that he can opt out if he wants to go to Alabama? I am shocked that the school would agree to a contract with that kind of language in it. That's kind of crazy, but Baker Mayfield and the Browns, numbered to 299. You would think it would be almost the opposite. Like, hey, buddy, if you want to leave and go to Alabama, you got to pay us $1 million. That's to 99. The red parallel for the Bears. But I guess that's not the case, huh? All right. Here is Andy Isabella for the Cardinals, numbered to 299. Nice relic. And I'm sure, meanwhile, you're like going, well, I'd rather that be Kyler Murray. Well, I know, but at least you're not going home empty-handed. A.J. Brown, Tennessee Titans, New Generation Relic, number 2, 299. By the way, does anybody happen to know Reds Braves? How'd that end up? Raiders to 99 red. The last I saw, my Cincinnati Reds were ahead, but we all know with the Cincinnati Reds that can change in an instant. Yeah. Like the game recently where we let somebody put 12 on us in one inning. So, yeah. I never safely assume that the Reds are going to win until it's finished, until the game is done. But I would like to believe that we won tonight, but I don't know. Oh, Jay Allen, I don't dispute that they agreed to it. I mean, I knew you were stating facts. I'm just saying, like, I'm shocked that they would do that. They must have been feeling very desperate to retain him to agree to that. Because you would think most schools would have the opposite kind of situation. But you know what? I mean, any time that if you want to hang on to somebody, sometimes you got to do stuff like that. And I continue to see some of these top cards that, can you guys see that? I mean, these upper left-hand corners, they've got just like a little bit of a bend in them is really what it is. And there's a vast number of them that have come out that way tonight. I probably wouldn't have noticed it very much, except the light hits it differently. See, same as here. You got, again, that top card has got that upper left corner with a bend in it. So something about the way these were manufactured or packaged or something has resulted in having some corners that are a little bent back on some of these for some reason. Not that that's particularly unusual, but anyway. All right, what do we have next here? Another numbered card, high numbered though, but that is Emmanuel Butler to 399 for the Saints. Since I already had picked it up, we might as well just read it out anyway, right? Another high numbered. Joe Mixon, Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, Joe, thank you. 5-2 Cincinnati. Yay, thank you. All right, Joe Mixon. Ooh, two-color relic. The plot thickens. It is numbered to 35. We got a little bit of an orange seam down there to make things more interesting in that little relic. And the orange Immortals to 199, Chris Spielman. I thought that was an advertising card. I just flipped it. It's not, obviously. It is a Raise the Banner for the Saints with Drew Brees. So we got to look at the back of it anyway. Oh, it's still, oh, the game's still going. It's the top of the 9th. Oh, okay. Thank you, T. Cassidy. Well, hopefully we'll go on and win. But again, whew, can't ever say that with the Reds till the last out is recorded. Darius Slay comes out numbered to 5. Woohoo, for the Lions. So Detroit might not, you know, maybe you want it to be a different signature on there, but numbered to 5, that's still pretty good. Devin Singletary, Buffalo Bills, making an appearance, numbered to 99. Nice looking relic, and autograph there below it. Uh-oh, Ryan says the Braves are about to come back in the bottom of the 9th. Is that wishful thinking, or are you telling me my Reds are for real, like, collapsing here in the bottom of the 9th? Bryce Love and the Redskins, new generation. Of course, you know, I missed the big Reds-Pirates brawl the other night. That was during that little stretch where I had no cable, no internet, and no phone there for a couple of days. Numbered to 50 for the Cowboys, Mike Weber. But I did go back and watch it on YouTube. And then, of course, I looked at all the suspensions. Like, ooh, we got roasted up pretty good there. Amir Garrett, of course, the worst. He got 8 games, which, well, let's face it, he kind of should have. I mean, I'm all for it, what he did. He just went charging into the Pirates bullpen, not a dugout, by himself. And he was swinging. He connected on a couple, too, I think. And then from there, it just cleared. So I'm not surprised he got as many as he did. But then David Bell got 6 games. Of course, Bell, he was at one point down on the ground, and then he had some Pirates other manager or coach, by the collar. And David Bell was in there mixing it up. Brother's already been ejected more than any other coach in Major League Baseball. He gets ejected every time you turn around. But they slapped 6 games on him. And Puig got hit with a bunch. Of course, he was traded. He had already been traded to the Indians shortly before the brawl broke out. But he just brawled anyway. He didn't care. So he's going to have a suspension. And who else? We had somebody else that got, I think, suspended. And then we had several people fined. Joey Votto, of all people, got fined. And I forget who else. But it was quite something. It was almost like a hockey game with all the brawling. Of course, and my mom was like, because I was over at her house. It was the night that I had to do the break over there because I had no internet, and I was watching it on YouTube. So she was watching it with me, and she's like, oh. She's like, that's just so stupid. Why they fight. Miles Sanders for the Eagles to 199. But, of course, that's the difference. And my mother and myself, I kind of like when there's a good little bench-clearing brawl. Jay Allen, you had a feeling tonight, and it wasn't who you thought it was going to be. But if this is signed, you're going to be really happy. I don't know if it's going to be signed. Oh, crap. It's not. It's numbered. Dang it. It was turned around. I thought it was going to be signed. But it's Johnny Unitas numbered, so that's cool. It's numbered to 50, but, man, I thought that was going to be signed. And I'm thinking, your feeling was dead on. And then they effed us by just making it numbered and not signed. Dang it, man. I'm sorry. Oh, I saw that Joey Votto homer in the first inning. I was working on the computer, but I had the television on, so I saw that one. Has he had another one since then, or just that one at the top of the first? Dalvin Cook and the Vikings, that is numbered to 299 with a relic. Fred, what did you ask me about the Johnny Unitas? Oh, no, the Johnny Unitas is a Colt. He's Colts. That is numbered to 450 for the Jets, and that was Jamison Crowder. Hakeem Butler comes out for the Arizona Cardinals, numbered to 299. Nick Chubb is here for the Browns. And Nick is numbered to 25 with an autograph hit for the Browns, getting involved there. Le'Veon Bell to 99, Jets. I'm never going to get used to Le'Veon Bell being a Jet. I will eventually, but it just seems so odd. And right behind it, fittingly, as an Antonio Brown for the Raiders gold team. So, new generation A.J. Brown. Whoops, we've got Patrick Peterson diamond stuck to it. There's new generation A.J. Brown Titans relic. All right, we have got one box left. That means it is last box mojo time. That's right. going to have to hope in here that we can find the big fiery hits that we are looking for, right? It's our last shot at it tonight. Well, not quite our last shot. We do have in housekeeping this little redemption up there. We'll flip that over at the end of the break and find out who is on the other side. We will also go to random.org and look it up. No, we will not go to random.org and look it up. We will go to the Panini website and look it up and find out what it is numbered to. I'm so used to stuff in housekeeping being Panini rewards points lately. I'm like, yeah, we'll go give it away using random.org. Not so much when it's a redemption. It's not at all what we will do. Oh, Ryan says the Reds are going to win. Yay. Yay, Reds. Yeah, we've got I don't know what to think about our team. We've had such a weird sort of situation. We've got all these guys that we always get these guys on trade that only have a year, current season before they become a free agent or something, and then we dump them off and get some more guys that are the same. I mean, we haven't had any kind of a settled team, it doesn't feel like, in forever. With certain players, but Mecole Hardman and the Kansas City Chiefs. 3-color relic, autograph, numbered to 199. I think that's just part of being a small market team. They don't have the amount of money it pays to keep some of these guys. Look at this, the Cowboys, with another nice little signature here with Billy Joe Dupree. So Cowboys have had a couple of nice throwbacks. That's numbered to 50 for Billy Joe. Hunter Renfrow, new generation jersey for the Raiders. Now, of course, after we look through the last of our cards here, we will flip our redemption, get it checked out at the Panini website. After we do that, we will recap. After we recap, we'll put up the spreadsheet information again. It's numbered to 99 for the Texans. That was Higdon. So that's kind of what's going to be happening here in the next few minutes as we roll along. And this is Anthony Miller. It is gold, numbered to 25 for the Bears, the Chicago Bears. And the Bengals with another Ryan Finley new generation relic. That's numbered to 99 for your Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen. Josh Allen, the quarterback, not Josh Allen, the current year rookie. Okie dokie, let me get some things sliding around here so we can get ready to recap, and then we'll check out our redemption and see whose night might get a little better after we flip that bad boy over. But there are lots and lots and lots of hits, so it'll take us a while to recap too. So we have Marquise Hollywood Brown on the other side, and that is freshman fabric mirror signatures that will be headed to the Ravens. And we'll go verify our team and find out what this card is going to be numbered to over at the Panini website, because they're handy like that over there. They tell us all kinds of good stuff that we need to know. So let's wander back over there to that direction. I gotta get it set back up since we used it for basketball a minute ago. It'll just take a minute and a couple of little drop down menus here. We'll get back on track. All right, what did I say that card set was? Freshman fabric mirror signatures. All right. Card number 207. Marquise Brown, Baltimore Ravens, will be number 2 299. All right, so that is happily verified. Now we can roll back here to me where we're going to do a little recapping. Okay, so I believe that I have the vast majority of our low-numbered things that don't have autographs attached set out separately. Now, it's possible, guys, that I stack some of these not out separately, and maybe they're in the main stacks over there. But basically, it's this. If you saw it go through, you know you're going to get it because all the cards ship in this break. So if it belongs to your team, you're going to get it. But I do make an effort to keep the lower ones set out separately. So gold to 25 for the Bears. This is numbered to 50. It is blue for the Colts. And numbered to 25, that is the Arizona Cardinals. To 35, also Arizona Cardinals. The Rams to 50. The Bengals to 30 or to 50. Sorry, that was blue. Numbered to 25, it's Josh Allen and the Bills. This is a gold team to 25. And that is Melvin Gordon for the Chargers. The Vikings with the, well, I guess blue, purple. It's kind of looks blue in some light and purple in others. But anyway, it's to 50. And then to 35 for the 49ers with Jimmy G. So that's the majority of our low-numbered stuff. Of course, as you know, there were others numbered to 99 and 199 and 450 and etc. But it's just the lower ones that we recap through here. Now we're going to take a buzz through our hits. So we have the Eagles, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Bears, the Panthers, Bengals. That is Panthers again, the Cowboys, and I forgot we had that Justice Hill for the Ravens. So I told somebody earlier we didn't have another Raven, but I guess we did because there's Justice Hill. Forgot about him. Sorry. Seahawks, the Redskins, the Bears, the Chiefs, the Redskins, Packers, Panthers, Buccaneers, the Saints, the Buccaneers, and that is another Redskin. There's so many Redskins in here, and another Panther. Next up, Arizona Cardinals, the Browns, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Titans, the 49ers, Packers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Steelers, Packers, Cowboys. That's a very nice hit for the Broncos with Drew Lock. And then the Lions. And then we have Bengals, Raiders, the Browns, the Cardinals. This one's numbered to 5. We'll look at this one front and back because that's nice to 5. It's the Lions. Won't find a lot of them that low numbered. The Bengals. That is the Titans. Another Cardinal. Another Cowboy. The Ravens had the redemption from Marquise Brown. There's another Cowboy legend type signature. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Titans, the Vikings. See, there's a numbered Cowboy. I stuck him in the wrong spot. Numbered to 50. And then the Redskins. We'll wrap it up with our recap. So let's go ahead and take another look at the spreadsheet for those of you who perhaps missed it earlier, or maybe you're watching the recorded version and you just scroll to the recap. Hey, I'm not hating on you. I do the same thing. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Tuesday is when I expect to be able to get it out the door and on the way to you. If I can accomplish that sooner, I will gladly do so. If you got skunked in the first break of the night, Contenders Optic, and you didn't pull a single card of any sort, you will still get a package in the mail, and it will have cards in it, consolation cards for you. Anytime you do a paid shipping break with me, you're always going to get a package of something in the mail, even if your team doesn't pull a card in the break. Now, looking at what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to be pretty busy tomorrow night. A case of Immaculate Collegiate Football, a half case of Immaculate Baseball that are loose boxes from a shared case, and a half case of Encased Basketball, also loose boxes from a shared case, and then another full case of Majestic Football. Sunday night will be an off night. Monday night we'll do another 8-box case of Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. On Tuesday, a half case of TriStar Autograph Mini Football Helmets and a 12-box case of Certified Football. On Wednesday, we've got new releases coming. We're going to start a little earlier at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and we will open a full case of Tribute Baseball and a half case, which is 9 boxes, of Donruss Football. Base cards don't ship in Donruss Football, kids. They have their own bidding category, and there's a lot more information about that you can find in the description for the item. And that's it for me tonight. I am finished up here, so thank you once again for joining me. Always appreciate it. And we will see you the next time. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Bye now.